see the sixth question. What the question says here, a milk vendor supplies 56 liters of milk in the morning. In the morning, how many liters of milk he is supplying here? 56 liters of milk he is supplying in the morning to a hostel, and 44 liters of milk in the evening. In the evening, how many liters of milk he is supplying? 44 liters of milk he is supplying to the hostel. So here, total how much milk he is supplying to the hostel, to the morning and to the evening? Total he is supplying 100 liters of milk in a day. In a day, he is supplying 100 liters of milk to the hostel because he is supplying 56 liters of milk in the morning and 44 liters of milk in the evening. So total milk how much he is supplying in a day? 100 liters of milk he is supplying to the hostel. Now here what is the question given here? If the milk costs 30 rupees per liter. So 1 liter of milk, the cost of 1 liter is 30 rupees. Now here they are asking here how much money he pays per day. Per one day how much money he has to pay. The hostel how much money they has to pay here. So 1 liter, the cost of 1 liter of milk is 30 rupees. How many liters he is supplying per one day? 100 liters of milk he is supplying. So you need to calculate here per 100 liters. 1 liter, the cost is 30 rupees. So what is the cost for the 100 liters? You need to multiply with 100. So here you will get 30 into 100. How do you calculate here? Just multiply 30 with 100. Just multiply the numbers here. 3 into 1 which is 3. How many zeros are there? 3 zeros are there. Write here 3 zeros. So how much money he has to pay here? 3000 rupees he has to pay. So what is the question given here again? Here in the morning he is supplying 56 liters and in the evening he is supplying 44 liters to the hostel. Now how much milk he is supplying total together in a day? 100 liters. And the question they have given, the cost of 1 liter of milk is 30 rupees. You need to calculate here per 100 liters. So what we need to do, just we need to multiply this 100 with 30 so that he has to pay 3,000 rupees in a day. Now write this one. So here write quantity of milk supplied in the morning. In the morning how much quantity they are supplying? 56 liters, and right here quantity of milk supplied in the evening. How much? 44 liters. So here write it here, total quantity supplying in a day. In a day how much total quantity is supplying? You need to add this one. So you will get 56 plus 44 which is 100 liters. Now in the question they have given here the cost of 1 liter of milk. What is the cost of 1 liter of milk? Which is 30 rupees. So here you need to calculate the cost of 100 liters. So write it here, the cost of 100 liters of milk. Just you need to multiply 100 with 30 rupees. So that how much you will get here? 3,000 rupees. So this is the answer. So the money, at last write the money he has to pay. How much he has to pay? 3,000 rupees. Like this you need to solve here. Now see the next question, 7th question. Seventh question, what is given here? Chandana and Venu purchased 12 notebooks and 10 notebooks respectively. Here, Chandana she purchased how many notebooks? 12 notebooks she purchased. And after that, who is that? Venu. He purchased 10 notebooks. So here, and the cost of each notebook, and one notebook cost, how much they have given? The cost of one notebook is how much? Rupees 50. Here they ask here how much money they has to pay to the shopkeeper. Here two persons, Chandana got how many notebooks? 12 notebooks, and Venu purchased 10 notebooks, and the cost of each notebook is 15 rupees. You need to find how much money they has to pay to the shopkeeper. So here, if you want to know that one, so here first calculate the Chandana, how much money Chandana has to pay to the shopkeeper. Here, Chandana, how many books she got? 12 notebooks she got. You know that the cost of one notebook is 15 rupees. What will be the cost of 12 notebooks? Just you need to multiply 12 with 15. Right? This much money she has to pay to the shopkeeper. Now see for the Venu. Here Venu got how many notebooks? 10 notebooks here. So 10 notebooks, and the cost of each notebook is 15 rupees. What will be the cost of 10 notebooks, which is 10 into 15? So Venu has to pay 10 into 15 rupees to the shopkeeper. Here you need to calculate how much money they has to pay to the shopkeeper. That means you need to add these two values. So here 12 into 15 plus 10 into 15. If you calculate these two values, so that you will come to know how much money they has to pay to the shopkeeper. This is the question they have given. Again, what they told, Chandana purchased 12 notebooks and Venu purchased 10 notebooks, and the cost of each notebook is 15 rupees. You need to calculate how much money they has to pay to the shopkeeper. Since Chandana purchased 12 notebooks, the cost of each notebook is 15 rupees. How much money she has to pay? 12 into 15 rupees she has to pay to the shopkeeper. Similarly, Venu got 10 notebooks and the cost of each notebook is 15 rupees. So, he has to pay how much money? 10 into 15 rupees to the shopkeeper. Here, they ask to calculate the total value. So, you need to add these two values. So, how much money they has to pay to the shopkeeper, which is 12 into 15 plus 10 into 15. Here, you can observe that at this point, at this step, you can calculate 12 into 15 and you can write this answer, and you can calculate 10 into 15 and you can write this answer. You can add it here. But here, you can observe that here 12 into 15 plus 10 into 15. Here 15 is there, here 15 is there. By using the properties of the whole number common, so what is left out here? 12 plus 10. So here what will get here? 12. What is the value of 12 plus 10? Which is nothing but 22. And you can multiply these two values so that you will get the answer. So how do you multiply 20 with 15? You know that 15 into 2, which is 30. 0, 3. 15 into 2, which is 30. Plus 3, 33. So 330. So they has to pay how many rupees to the shopkeeper? 330 rupees to the shopkeeper. Otherwise you can directly calculate here, or you can do it the same thing, you will get the answer. So just what we need to do, just we need to multiply these two numbers and multiply these two numbers. After adding, you will get the answer. Now write this problem. So what will be the solution first? Number of books. Chandana purchased. How many books Chandana purchased? 12 notebooks. And after that, the number of books Venu purchased. How much? 10 books. And write here the cost of each notebook. The cost of each notebook. How much they have given? The cost of each notebook they have given it is 15 rupees. Now here you need to calculate how much money they has to pay to the shopkeeper. So here Chandana has to pay to the shopkeeper she purchased 12 notebooks, she has to pay 12 into 15 rupees. Since the cost of each notebook is 15. Now here write Venu has to pay to the shopkeeper how much Venu purchased 10 books and the cost of each notebook is 15 rupees. So you need to multiply these two values. Now write it here. Total money they has to pay to the shopkeeper how much total money they has to pay. Just you need to add this one 12 into 15 plus 10 into 15. Here what we need to do, we can take here 15 common. If you take 15 common, here 12 will be there, here 10 will be there. So 15 into 22, after calculation we will get here 330 rupees. This is the problem. Now see the last problem in this exercise. Just you need to match the following they have given. Just what is they given here? The first one 991 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus 1991. This is the first question. And the second question they have given 68 into 50 is equal to 50 into 68. And the third one 1410, and the fifth one they have given 879 into 100 plus 30 is equal to 879 into 100 plus 879 into 30. These are the 5 questions they have given. You need to match the following they have given here. The first one, check here 1991 plus 7 is equal to 7 plus 1991. Here, which property it is? Here we discussed about the properties of the whole numbers. In that we discussed all these properties. So, what this property says here? If you consider any two numbers, let us consider as A and B, and if you change their order, so in place of B, write A, and in place of A, write B. And after adding these two results, you have to get the result as same. What is the property? We call that one as a commutative property. So here, what is this property? Which is nothing but commutative property. Under which operation we are doing here? Addition. So here write here addition. So next see the next one here. Next see the next one. 68 into 50 is equal to 50 into 68. The same thing we are doing here. Let us do two whole numbers, and if you change their order, you are getting the same result. Which property is this property? This property is called as a commutative property under which operation? Multiplication. So what is this property? It is nothing but commutative property under which operation? Multiplication. So here the next one 1. What we call 1? We call it as a multiplicative identity. What is meant by the multiplicative identity? If you consider any number, you have to multiply one number such that you have to get the same answer. Which number is that? 1. This one is applicable if you take any number, any whole number. So here, that one we call it as a multiplicative identity. Is 0, this one we call it as an additive identity. What is additive identity? The same thing, if you consider any number, you have to add one number such that you have to get the same number. Which number you need to add it here? 0. That 0 we call it as an additive identity in case of the whole numbers. And the last one, 879 into 100 plus 3. Here you can observe that here this 879 we are distributing this number to both of these numbers. So it is in the form of A into B plus C. Right? So what is the formula for A into B plus C, which is nothing but A into B plus A into C. This A we are distributing to both of these numbers B and C. A into B plus A into C. This property, the name itself says we are distributing this number to both of these numbers. This property we call it as a distributive property. What we call this one? We call it as a distributive property. Over multiplication under addition. Which operations we are doing here? Multiplication and under addition. So by seeing these values you can identify which property we are using here. Here we are changing the order so that we are getting the same result. That property we call it the commutative property. Under which operation we are doing here? Addition. Similarly, this is under multiplication. This is multiplicative identity. That means if you consider any number, you have to multiply one number such that you have to get the same result. Here the additive identity, the same thing. If you consider any number, if you add one number, you have to get the same result. That we call it as an additive identity. What is the distributive property? If you have to distribute this value to both of these numbers. So this is about the last problem. From this session is completed. In the next session we are going